some of these houses, I think, went way back. You could tell by the designs on them. Early 1900s, I'll bet. Look at these things. I'm trying to think now on that plot plan. Plot plan. Yes. It showed a church over here somewhere, but I couldn't see what it is. I'm thinking that could have been a church. So this is the town of Maiden Rock. And I'm going to zip through it. We're going to go look at something else. And then we're going to come back here to Maiden Rock. This is the downtown. And to the right is the Mississippi River. Check out the front yards on these houses, hey? So there's some old houses, man. So we're going to head down the road, and then we'll catch up to you when we get there. So for those of you that don't know, I've covered this once before, a little bit with Todd on our way home from someplace. This is Maiden Rock. This is the cliff, the bluff. You can see the very top up there is probably where that fair maiden took her fatal jump to the bottom. Her father wouldn't let her marry the feller she wanted to marry, and she just couldn't live without him anymore. This is folklore of the area, and this is where that was supposed to have happened. And we're going to be going back to Maiden Rock, and Maiden Rock is actually named after this folklore. And this is Highway 35 that you see here. And I'm going to just show you this plaque. You can stop the video anytime you want and read this. This tells you the whole story. This is one of those scenic overlooks. You can see there's another bluff over there. And I have a postcard, a railroad postcard, that shows this bluff and this railroad in it. See the tracks down there? Let me show you this again here. There's the bluff. And down here is our railroad tracks. And this is the Burlington Northern Santa Fe, the BNSF Railroad here. And you see the two tracks down there? This is a double track system here that goes all the way down the river. And the postcard I'm going to show you has one track on it. And it's taken from downriver, and you'll see there's a place where there's some water between the track and the highway. And I'm gonna go over and show you just what. So back in the day, this low spot here was filled with water. You can see that. Oh, I'm sure that if the river floods or there's overflow from the bluffs, you can see this whole thing here. When water's running down this bluff and making its way down in here, and this would have been all filled up with water. And the photo was taken from back out that way. Now, there's no way I can get back there. So I'm going to take and just put up the photo from here. Remember, the feller standing out there on the other side of this low spot, and this low spot doesn't have any trees. We're going back to, I think, 1908. And they're taking it from over there. And this bluff is in that photo. I'll put it up now for you. So I don't know, I think that Burlington was called the Burlington Route then. And I think they made that postcard thinking, well, people are going to take the train, they're going to want to see this bluff where the Indian Maiden jumped off. That's pretty cool. You know, good way to market their railroad. Did you notice it said it was, what did it say? Romantic Indian, or Indian romantic related? What kind of romance is that? Well, fair maiden jumps to her death. Anyway, we're going to go back into town now. We're going to see where the depot was. All right, I tried to drive down the road just a little bit, and I'm coming back. There's that sign about the Maiden Bluff. And I have to remember this road has been changed since 1908. You can see how high up it is from these railroad tracks. But right about where I think this was taken, I'm going to plug in the picture. So we're getting close. I think that picture was taken from right about here. And you would have seen the railroad tracks. There's our low spot down there and to the left. So I wanted to just look at these buildings. That one over there is 1900. There's no date on that section there, but there is that must be one building. So this one here is 1894, and this next one is 1909. And I don't see a date on this other one. But if you look at these dates, they all kind of coincide with our newspaper articles and our postcards. And I'm not sure, you know, there's a story I'm gonna pop in here. You can read the article. It's about a robbery, and I think it was 1909. So that would place it back about when this building was built. So I'm thinking, you know, one of these buildings must have had a saloon in it. I don't know, could have been another building, who knows? Who knows what was here when this bank, you know, before this bank, if it was another bank or what. But I'm going to tell you the story anyway, because it kind of fits these old buildings. So in 1909, there was a robbery, and the robbers broke into the saloon and stole the safe. And they dragged that safe out to the railroad yard and they blew it open to get the money out of the safe. Now, I don't know who caught them, but that's the story I got. Now, I'm going to put up that article along with some others. I'm going to drive around right through there and go behind those buildings. There's a park back there, and see if I can just line up a photo. Okay, the depot is on the other side of the tracks, the far side of the tracks, and the center of that depot is probably about the center of where you see those two buildings meet. And right now I'm going to put up a couple of old plat maps so you can see on the map where the depot was. So I'm making my way over and look at this here. Check that out, will ya? See the old stone culverts. How far back do you think that goes, huh? This is a waterway coming on down from the bluffs under the street. Let's see if I can turn around here. There you go, it's going out to the Mississippi River. Look at the old timbers holding that up. Another look. Looks like it's, I don't know, I know that's probably creosote, but I mean, it almost looks like it had been on fire. But I think that's just the creosote coming out of the wood. So this is your BNSF tracks of today. Double tracks, and back in the day there were double tracks through here. This was your rail yard back in this area. And I'm right at the limit. I don't know if you can see the signs up that way that say railroad property, keep off, so I'm not going to get any closer. Now, back in the day, it was the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy. They're the ones that built the railroad. They're the ones that built the depot. And in 1885, the railroad was being built. I have some clips of newspapers I'm going to show you. And in 86, the railroad went into service. And in 1887, I see reference in the newspaper to the depot. So the depot, if I was going to give you a circa on the depot, I'd have it 1886 or 1887 when it was built. And I don't have a date that it was taken down. But I'm going to put this picture in right now. I'm trying to line it up to this postcard. This is my postcard, by the way. So right here, this is the depot. This is the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Depot in Maiden Rock. this building, okay, this building is actually an old postcard. I'm going to put this postcard up. I'm going to put a couple of them up. This is 1908, this postcard, and gives you an idea what this street looked like back then when Maiden Rock had its streetcar system. Now, I'm just fooling you, of course. This is just to show you that they did have humor back in 1908 with photography. Well, all good things come to an end, and so does this video. So I'll catch you on my next one, and God bless you all. And where's my helper? Diane, say goodbye to all our friends here.
Bye.
Catch you later.